Welcome to today's video. We're going to be looking at the Honda S2000 HKS Supercharger kit. So I've slowed down the footage a bit to make it a bit easier to see what you're looking at. You've got the supercharger pulley there and the cooling lines on the bottom left hand side. You've got the tensioner pulley there, and then at the bottom of the shock the just the idler pulley. This is belt driven off of the crank with its own crank pulley supplied, so no machine in your one. You've got your HKS Air Filter on the side, which sucks in all your air, which then gets compressed by the supercharger. Not my choice of filter, I'll probably change it at some point. There you've got your HKS Supercharger with its individual serial number. Very nice piece of kit, looks very well made, no abnormal noises coming from it. You've got your suction pipe there which goes to your air filter, and then on the other side, a bit further below, you've got your boost pipe which gets fed to your intercooler. Here you've got your various vacuum pipes and bypass valve pipes. So basically during low throttle positions, the bypass valve will basically bypass the supercharger, which gives you better fuel economy, and the car effectively drives like there was no supercharger on it. It's only when you put your foot down and that the engine, that the bypass valve detects vacuum, that it'll actually make the supercharger make boost. So the supercharger is cooled by its own oil system. There's a reservoir there, and the oil gets pumped around the supercharger by an internal pump in the supercharger, which then goes through a cooler which is mounted behind the intercooler, so you can't really see it, but here's the view of the intercooler, and it is very generously sized. It is a big intercooler. I reckon you could probably get a lot more power out of this kit using this intercooler. Very well made, everything bolts up very easily. Yeah, very good, very impressed. Probably about 12 hours to install the whole thing. I'm not including injectors and tuning in that because I've done that myself previously, but you do need to upgrade your injectors, fuel pump and ECU if you're planning on running like excessive power. All the brackets, everything you could need to install the kit come with it. And here you go again, you've got a better view of the supercharger itself. You can see it's quite cramped between the supercharger and the strut mount and the ABS kit, which has to be moved slightly, but it's no big hardship. I've had no problems with it hitting anything, any contact. The only thing I would recommend is put Loctite on all of the supercharger bolts, mounting bolts. So I did have a couple come loose after about 100 miles. I've now Loctited those in with mild strength Loctite, and that seems to have solved those issues. So next we'll take a look at the engine running with the supercharger belt on, and you get an idea of how it sounds. So yeah, with the supercharger mounted and the engine running, you get a distinctive sort of induction note from your air filter. You can hear the bypass valve dumping air through. It's not an annoying sound, it's not like a whining or anything like that. It's very good. The belt itself and its drive system, you get very little noise from that. To be honest, like I said, without you pushing your foot on the throttle, you wouldn't know it's a supercharger was there. Have to say this is by far the best modification I've done to my Honda S2000. Well worth it. If you've got any questions about the kit or what I've done to it, then just ask me and I'll pass on my information, because I've got a bit of experience of installing it now. But yeah, definitely recommend this, and I'm probably putting out about 380 horsepower.